Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for YCP Live Reads. I'm Erica Sable-Flores, and I'm the Program Manager for the Youth Cinema Project. If you're hearing about us for the first time, YCP is a 501c3 nonprofit that brings project-based learning into public school classrooms. Aside from bringing professional filmmakers into the classrooms, which I've been talking about, we are also constantly bringing other industry professionals to the classrooms to do workshops on their areas of expertise. So we're always looking for entertainment professionals working at high levels in the industry to come into our classrooms and spend some time with our students. So if you're interested in volunteering with us for a few hours and come visit our classrooms when life goes back to normal, reach out to us through our website. We're always welcoming that. To learn more about our program or to check out some of our student-made films, look around our website, youthcinemaproject.org after the reading. And if you missed any of the live reads, you can catch them on the website too. Also, please subscribe to all of our social media channels to stay updated on the work we do. And today, we have ELENA of AVALOR joining us. Thank you so much to Pilar Flynn for helping us make this happen. Pilar is a producer for the show, but also a board member for the Latino Film Institute. So thank you, Pilar, for everything you do. Looks like it's time to get started. Remember, you can catch us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday next week for our last week at 1 p.m. And we have Selena the series, Mayans MC, and Narcos Mexico lined up. I will be handing it over to Courtney for now, who's one of our filmmaking mentors and will be our host for today.
Thanks, Erica. Hey, I'm Courtney, and today we are going to be reading a script written by one of my students. We have amazing actors here from the cast of Disney's ELENA of AVALOR, and they're going to be joining us momentarily to perform Jane's Escape, written by Robin, an 8th grade YCP student from Desert Willow Middle School in Palmdale, California. So Robin is joining us today to introduce his script.
Hello.
Hey, Robin. So we're so excited that you're here with us today. Can you tell us what your script's about?
My script is about Jane, a subject in a lab, trying to escape the lab with the help of another subject.
Awesome. And what inspired you to write this story?
Well, it just sort of came to me, and I really like sci-fi movies, and it reminded me a little bit of a game I used to play.
Nice. And I know your production team was working so hard filming Jane's Escape. So what did it feel like to have your idea go to a script and then be made into a film?
Well, it was exciting because it would be made into a film, but I was also kind of scared because of how much scenes we had to take care of.
Yeah, I hear ya. And I have to ask, what has been your favorite part of YCP?
Learning about the types of jobs you can get and the script writing.
Well, that's great. Thanks so much for being here with us. And before we get started, I need to ask, do you have any shout outs?
Yeah, Miss Courtney, Mr. Matias, Mr. Wicks, and my whole production team.
All right. Well, it's time to get started. So let's go ahead and bring out the actors. We're just so lucky to have an incredible cast with us here today. So joining us from the cast of Disney's ELENA of AVALOR, we have Aimme Carrero, who played Princess Elena. Hey.
Hi.
And we have Jenna Ortega, who plays Princess Isabel.
Hey guys, what's up?
And we have Joseph Haro, who plays Mateo.
Hey guys.
Well, everyone, welcome and thank you so much for doing this. And it looks like we're ready to start the show. So Robin will be tuning into the live stream and watching the show. So I have to ask, actors, are you ready to do this?
Do it.
All right, well, I'm also gonna go away, but I will be off screen reading stage directions. So let's get a drum roll, please. YCP Live Reads presents Jane's Escape, written by Robin. Interior, Jane's containment room, day. Jane, 27, sits in the corner of a white empty room, staring at a sign that says Subject 003.
Well, I'm on my way to becoming a science experiment. I gotta find a way out of this place. Think, Jane, think.
Jane hears a knock on the door. Captain Rodriguez, a super soldier, walks in.
Lunchtime.
He drops a tray of food containing a milk carton and an apple. He leaves, but while the door slowly closes, Jane quickly uses the milk carton to stop the door. She looks at the new plate of food and takes the plastic fork. Interior, outside Pablo's containment room, day. Jane exits her containment room and looks around.
Now I just have to find a key card.
Interior, hallway, day. Jane sees Rodriguez with a card around his neck. She runs towards him. Jane snatches the key card from him and runs away.
Hey, hey, stop right there.
Jane hears an alarm go off. Rodriguez talks into his radio.
Attention, all workers and guards, there has been an escape. The subject may be dangerous. She's in possession of a key card. We advise all workers to stay calm while our guards take care of the situation.
Jane sees a guard running after her, so she looks for a room to hide in. Interior, containment room, day. Jane looks around the room and sees a girl, 4, holding a paper that she quickly hides behind her back. Jane puts her fists up, ready to fight.
Wait, I don't want to fight. My name is 4.
4? That's your name?
Yeah, they cleared my memory, so now I go by my subject number. Can you help me get out of here?
Okay, 1, I can't trust you. I don't trust anyone. And 2, I don't want to help you. I'm in this for myself.
Oh, you have to help me if you want to get out of here. I have a map of this place, and I know why we're here.
Jane considers her options.
Okay, I'll help you only because you have a map. Let's get out of here.
Interior, hallway, day. Jane walks towards the end of the hallway. 4 hears something.
Someone's coming.
Jane and 4 run to a nearby room. They try to open the door, but it's locked. They look through the door's small window. They see Rodriguez inside. Interior, dice room, day. Rodriguez holds a pair of dice in his hands. He looks around the room and talks to a group of super soldiers.
These dice have the power to do various things. If you roll a 3 or lower, you get the ability to jump higher. 4 to 6, you can go through any material. 7 to 10, you lose the dice. 11 to 12, your luck increases. Make sure they do not fall into the wrong hands.
Interior, hallway, outside the dice room, night. Jane and 4 look on as the door opens and Rodriguez and the others finally exit the room. The coast is clear.
Finally.
Let's get the dice.
Jane and 4 sneak into the room. Interior hallway, outside the dice room, night. Jane and 4 come out of the room. Jane holds the dice in her hand.
These should come in handy.
They see Rodriguez running towards them from one side of the hallway and another guard coming from the other side. A wet floor caution sign is right at the end of the hallway.
We're trapped.
Jane rolls the dice. She rolls a 12.
That means
Extra luck.
The guard's helmet falls over his face. He can't see. Rodriguez slides on the wet floor, stumbling, trying not to fall. Jane and 4 run away.
Stop! Stop, or you are going to regret this. The subject has been identified. Numbers 003 and 004 have been seen together on the south side of the building. Attention, all workers, we need backup on the south side.
Interior hallway, night. Jane and 4 rush down the hallway while looking at the map.
so why are we here? I mean, what is the purpose of this place?
This place was made to make super soldiers for the army. So they test to see how well we would do in these high tense situations. It slowly starts making us into these brainless soldiers that follow their every command.
So they're making us into brainless super soldiers?
Yeah, I heard they're gonna start testing us out in the next month or so.
Jane and 4 sneak around. Then suddenly, they see various containment room doors with subjects banging on them. Jane is in shock. But Rodriguez catches up with them. They've walked into a dead end.
Stay right there. Do not make this difficult. If you surrender right now, there won't be any consequences.
He looks directly at Jane, not seeing 4, who hides behind the corner. Jane looks around. She's trapped. She freezes from the fear.
That's it. Make this easy and surrender.
Just then, 4 trips Rodriguez, but he gets a hold of her arm, bringing her down with him. Jane hesitates. She doesn't know whether to run or to help out.
Hey, get out, save yourself. Take the map and open all the cells.
Throws the map to Jane. Jane grabs it and runs.
Thank you for...
Interior, hallway, night. Jane stops when she finds a corner to hide. She heaves and looks distraught.
She sacrificed herself for me. I can't believe I said I would only help her because she had the map. That's so selfish of me. I guess you can trust people sometimes.
Jane walks around the corner and sees a bright light coming from a room labeled Simulation Room. Right past the simulation room, she sees the exit.
Found the exit.
Suddenly, Jane remembers what Four said to her. A flash of images crosses Jane's mind. The escape, Rodriguez, the dice, Four. Jane looks at the simulation room. She pauses with a look of worry in her face. She looks around.
Wait, is this real?
She enters the simulation room. Interior, simulation room, night. Jane sees a chair with arm restraints strapped together, like someone invisible is sitting in the chair. Next to it, there's a sign that says, Subject 003 in testing.
Oh my God. This isn't real. What is going on?
Jane looks around. She doesn't know what to do.
Oh my God.
Just then, she remembers the plastic fork in her pocket. She takes it out and slowly starts to push the fork against the skin on her wrist.
I hope this works.
Her eyes squint in pain. Then Jen wakes up in the chair, in the simulation room, and hears a snap. She looks at her right hand. There's a red mark. A fork lays on the ground next to her.
I can't believe this. I gotta get out of here.
She uses her free hand to untie the other belts. Just then, Rodriguez walks in. Jane pretends to be asleep. Rodriguez talks into a recorder with his back in the chair.
Test subject 003, simulation successful. We have observed that under high tension situations, some subjects will react in...
Jane sneaks out of the room without Rodriguez noticing. She grabs a key card from the table. Interior, hallway, night. Jane runs until she sees the exit. She stops in her tracks, hearing Four's voice.
Get me out of here.
Jane turns around.
I have to get Four. I have to help the others.
She sees a sign on a door that reads control room. She uses the card key to go in. Interior, control room, night. Jane looks at all the buttons on the table. She sees 17 buttons lit up red. Underneath them, it says open cells. She clicks all the buttons at once and they turn green. Just then, a few seconds after, she hears yelling and people running, but Rodriguez comes running in.
What are you doing? Do you have any idea what you've done? Years of research going to waste. You will pay for this. Wherever you go, I will find you.
Jane runs out, barely avoiding Rodriguez.
We'll see about that. I know what you guys are doing here.
Interior, hallway, night. Jane sees people running towards the exit. She sees Four running towards her.
Everyone, follow me to freedom. We are never coming back here again.
Thank you for doing the right thing, and thank you for trusting me.
They share a moment and then exit the facility to freedom. Fade to black. The end. Awesome, that was so good. Thank you to all of our actors for an amazing performance. It was really wonderful. And Robin, let's get you back on. How do you feel?
It was pretty good.
Yeah, is it the way you imagined it? Or yeah, how was it? How did it compare?
Yeah. Just the script.
Cool. All right. Well, I have to ask the actors, what was the favorite part of the script for you guys?
I really loved the twist at the end where all the things that we've been watching was just kind of like in this simulation, and that was my favorite part.
I'm gonna have to agree with you because anytime anything has to do with a simulation, I think it's great. And plus, like Robin saying that he was a sci-fi fan himself, it just fits so perfectly with like any other sci-fi film I've ever seen. It's really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was just so fleshed out for, 9 pages. The world was so specific, the tie-ins, what you planted from the beginning that comes back in the end, and any simulation I'm down for.
Yeah, it was awesome reading Robin's scripts. He's so creative and amazing, and I'm a big fan of sci-fi too. So I wanted to ask you guys if you had any advice to give Robin or just any other young YCP filmmaker who's watching.
I would say just continue to create. I think I've been told by so many directors or writers, producers, or whatever, sometimes it's hard creating new projects or coming up with these new ideas because, you may be nervous about how they may be executed, or you just don't feel it may be up to par with what you had in mind. But the more you practice, the better you'll get. Also, you're your toughest critic. So it's like, you may not think something is so great and powerful, but to somebody else, it may blow their mind. So it's just a matter of continuously creating and trying new things, and really just expanding your palette when it comes to different genres and different types of films or shorts or whatever you may be into.
Completely. I would, piggybacking on that in a way, just say don't aim to be good. Just aim to share something that resonates with you. The aim isn't for the external success or the validation. The reason that we create anything is because something inside of us wants to be expressed in the physical world. So that helps me with creation, knowing, like, especially the first draft I do of anything, I'm not looking for that to be the Oscar-winning script or whatever. It's like, let me just get it out and let it be bad and let it be messy and let it be weird. And then, but once it's out, then it's so much easier to go through and gain momentum and see, okay, this is what I can improve on and such. So just do it because you love it. Make sure your heart always leads you.
Yeah, that was so perfectly said. And agreeing with Jenna and Joey, I think that when you write something that comes from you, from your experiences, or just something you have to say, you can be watching what's going on in the world and think to yourself, I have an opinion about this that I think I should share. And so when it comes from a place of real interest, then it's always going to be good, because people just kind of want to watch human stories and real stories up on the screen. So yeah, I'm just kind of copying those 2 other answers. And I guess one of the best advices I've ever gotten is that start by starting, because I'm always so frozen, like right before I'm going to do something, I'm like, wait, and all of this self-doubt comes in. But if you just put one foot ahead of the other, start by starting, then that's the recipe for success.
Beautiful. Really, really beautifully said. Well, I guess that's the end of our show. Hey, Robin, thanks again for letting us showcase your script. And thank you to our audience for tuning in and supporting our YCP students. So again, please join us Monday, May 11th at 1 p.m. We're going to be back here with the cast of Selena, the series, reading a script from a student from Del Mar High School in San Jose, California. And also for all of our YCP students, there's a short assignment that accompanies this reading that you'll receive shortly. And for anyone else who wants to follow along, you can take our short quiz on Facebook and Instagram. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Remember, we're live next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 p.m. See you next Monday on YCP Live Reads. See ya. Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.